So the guy on the left must clearly be a low carber. He's really, really ripped, probably really quite young as well, probably eats loads of meat, he's probably on the steroids. And the little fella on the right, that's fat little piggy. So the guy on the left, a chap called Jim Morris. He was bodybuilding back in Arnold's heyday. He's now nearly 80 years old, and that picture of him is him in his 70s. Surely he doesn't eat any carbohydrate. Well, let's have a think about that. So the vast majority of the calories that we eat from any macronutrient group are used to heat the body. For carbohydrates, if we eat excess calories from carbohydrates, most of it is burned off as excess body heat. Some of it can be turned into fat, and that process of turning carbs into fat is called de novo lipogenesis, the creation of new fat from carbohydrate. Guys like little piggy, farmed animals, cows, pigs, sheep, are really, really good at de novo lipogenesis. That's why they are farmed. They can be fed loads of cheap grain, cheap soy products, and they will fatten up, and then farmers can sell them off and make a lot of money. But for humans, less than 3% of the excess calories consumed from sugar is converted to fat. And it's even lower for starchy carbs, because the energy is needed to convert the starchy carbs into glucose first. And 30% of the calories consumed are needed to actually complete that process, to turn excess calories from carbohydrate sources into body fat. That means to gain 1 kilo of body fat, you'd have to eat 270 grams, for instance, of pure sugar every single day for 4 months, just to gain 1 kilo. Conversely, when fat enters the bloodstream, it's quite easily stored in the adipose cells, that is the fat cells, and it only costs 3% of the caloric intake. So if you eat excess calories from fat below what your body needs for maintenance, it is stored as fat. Literally, the fat you eat is the fat that you wear. So why is it in that case that people can lose weight on Atkins diet and things like that, or on low carb diets? Because they're calorie deficient. Those diets are literally starvation diets. If you reduce your caloric intake below the level that you need for maintenance, of course you are going to lose weight, but long term you're also going to lose health. There's 37 trillion cells in the human body. Every single one of them needs glucose to function properly. So if you're restricting your carbohydrate intake, you are literally restricting life. The thing is, what a lot of people think of as carbs actually have most of the calories from fat. For instance, if you just eat a slice of bread, dry bread, that's about 80 calories. But if you eat that same slice of bread and have it buttered, that's about 170 calories. So that's more than doubled. But why do magazines and the internets, why do they tell us that carbs make us fat? Well, think about the last time you looked in a fitness magazine or went on a website about health and fitness. Every other page in those magazines, every banner, every pop-up ad, what's it trying to do? It's trying to sell you supplements. If people knew that they could be lean, eating lots of carbs, lots of cheap natural food, lots of rice, things like that, there'd be absolutely no profit, and those magazines, those businesses wouldn't exist. Those magazines mainly exist to sell supplements, and while those supplements, a lot of them claim that science is backing them up, the science is fallacious, it's unsubstantiated, there's a whole industry built on it, and they're funding their own research for their own ends. Think about this, when we held the Olympics back in 2012, so many producers of protein products tried to be the Olympics official product, but the IOC wouldn't accept any because the claims are unsubstantiated. But the science behind fat being the culprit for weight gain is substantiated, and it can be reviewed if you want to have a look at the following sources. Check it out.